Okay, great. All right, so hello everyone. Hello ladies. Thank you so much for joining us today to talk about entrepreneurship, engineering, and how to combine these two words and start this journey as a career. So yeah, today we are hosting Siham, who is the founder of Jawsak, and she will lead this workshop. I don't know, maybe you are new with us today. You have never attended any ALWIS or Algerian Women in Science event, so welcome among us. Just a quick let's say, introduction or definition of what is ALWIS. It's just a network of Algerian women in science all over the world that was created to create bonds between us and to share knowledge and opportunities and also help each other, whether with an opportunity or an information or guidance. So yeah, we offer a lot of online, let's say, like workshops. Sometimes we also organize, how do we say? Yeah, we organize basically different events and tackle different topics in STEM. So if you are interested, just have a look at our social media, our website, and you can also join our community. You are more than welcome. So yeah, this is Siham. I think she will talk about herself in few seconds. Will not say too much about her, but the floor is yours now, Siham. Let me just stop.
Thank you so much, Amal.
You're welcome.
Okay, let me share my screen as well. Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Siham Bouguern and I am the founder of Jawsak. I hold a master's degree in industrial manufacturing engineering, and I'm also an ALWIS member. I just recently joined you, and this is like my first contribution with you. So I'm so excited for it, and I'm so happy to be among you. This network, it's really amazing so far, and I hope we can contribute together in other events or even in other opportunities in the future. I usually work with entrepreneurial engineers, and I am the founder of Jawsak, as I mentioned. And Jawsak is a community-based startup with a mission to empower entrepreneurial engineers. We have different entities within Jawsak. We have Jawsak Media, Jawsak Academy, Jawsak Soft Consulting, and the global community for entrepreneurial engineers. And we provided different solutions for entrepreneurial engineers, ranging from content about engineering and entrepreneurship, also educational resources such as webinars, workshops, training, courses. Also, we have digital tools such as the platform, the mobile application, and we are currently developing a SaaS dedicated for entrepreneurial engineers as well. And we also provide some consulting services, and of course, the community, which will be launching next month, inshallah. Well, in October, it's after like 2 days. So definitely stay updated about everything about Jawsak on our website, and also you have our social media platform at Jawsak Group. I will be so happy if you follow us and if we can do something together in the future. I saw in the chat one question about the meaning of Jawsak. So we have the complete story in our website if you want to check it. But just quickly to answer your question, Jawsak, it's an Arabic word. It's in Fusha, and it's mean the home or the shelter or the castle. And this is our tagline, a home of entrepreneurial engineers. Okay, so that was about me. I would like to know you more. So if you can use the chat to introduce yourself very briefly, what engineering background you have, and also, if you don't mind, let's share our LinkedIn handle so we can connect with each other. I will give you a few seconds or like 1 minute for networking. I am so sure that this network has like an amazing profile, so make sure to connect with each other. And I'm gonna also like share my LinkedIn with you. Don't be shy, make sure to use the chat. Okay, so for today workshop, we're gonna start with the very big question. Am I able to become an entrepreneur, or is entrepreneurship like suitable for me or not? Because most of you are coming from STEM fields, most of you are engineers, and probably thinking about becoming an entrepreneur. So the first thing is to ask yourself, is entrepreneurship for me or not? And after that, we're gonna start talking about the mindset of entrepreneurial engineers or engineer entrepreneurs to see what are the factors that you need to consider in order to start your entrepreneurship journey. After that, we're gonna start working on our toolkit, the engineer toolkit. We're gonna talk about the skills, the tools that an engineer need to start the entrepreneurial journey. And after that, we're gonna have a Q&A session at the end of this workshop. Okay, so I would like to make this workshop as interactive as we can. So I want to ask this question. Is entrepreneurship for everyone? And before answering this question, I want to hear from you. So as you can see here, we have this QR code. You can scan it using your phone in order to answer this question, or you can go to slido.com and just type the code. Okay, let me know in the chat if you have any problem using the Slido. I'm gonna be waiting for your answers. Okay, we have the first answer, no. Also, feel free to like answer why you think it's for everyone, or why you don't think it's for everyone. So if you have a problem in scanning the code, you can just type slido.com and then type the code in yellow. I can see some answers are coming. Okay, we have another no, and no, because entrepreneurship is a mindset and a way of thinking. Okay, I'm seeing more answers are coming. Let's just give it a few seconds. More people are typing. Okay, so we have another answer. No, I believe that not everyone has leadership skill and hands-on experience on how to solve problem related to business. Okay. Okay, let's just give it more time because I see some people are still typing. And someone said we can learn. Yes, this is why we are here. Okay, we all have entrepreneurial projects in mind as dreams, but making them real is the challenging part that everyone can't bear. Okay. All right, amazing. I'm gonna leave the poll open. If you want to add anything, you can add it. Amazing. Thank you so much for answering this. Okay, so before answering the question, is entrepreneurship for everyone, yes or no? I also added another question which is, can anybody become an entrepreneur? So the short answer to is entrepreneurship for everyone? It's no, actually no. A lot of people think that starting an internship journey is meaning that being an entrepreneur is suitable for them, but it's just not the case. So entrepreneurship actually it's not for everyone. However, can anybody become an entrepreneur? The answer to that is yes. And I know it's a bit like not clear, but being an entrepreneur is actually accessible to anyone. Anyone can start from now, just having an idea, start working on it, and boom, you became an entrepreneur. But does that mean that entrepreneurship is for you? Actually, no. We have seen a lot of entrepreneurs start their entrepreneurship journey, start working on their projects, but eventually, whether they succeed or not, this is another topic, whether they succeed or not, they find out that entrepreneurship is not for them. Okay, so how exactly you can know if your entrepreneurship is good for you or not? Now, if we are talking in a general speaking, you can take any entrepreneurship assessment. There are plenty of assessments available online and to see if you can become an entrepreneur or not. However, you need to consider that this result is just to see if you have the basic skills or the basic mindset for becoming an entrepreneur. It doesn't mean that if you get like an answer that yes, you can become an entrepreneur, it will mean that you will succeed in the entrepreneurship world. This is totally a different thing. However, in Jawsak, since we are more focused on engineering, we developed an assessment, which is the entrepreneurial engineering assessment. And it's specifically for the people who have a background on engineering or the people who are considering starting projects to develop products that are mainly engineering. So here I listed some key factors that you can consider when asking yourself the question, can I become an entrepreneur, or is entrepreneurial journey it's for me or not? The first one is absolutely the technical skills. Having a technical knowledge and being able to solve a problem is the first step for you as an entrepreneurial engineer to assess yourself. Again, I'm talking here about the entrepreneurial engineering, but entrepreneurship in general, it's something a bit different. Another factor is the entrepreneurial mindset. And notice here we said a mindset, we didn't use a skill or any other term. Why? Because the mindset is something that you can program or reprogram. So being able to understand the basic principles of entrepreneurial, it's a mindset, and this is something accessible for anyone. However, some people just have it by nature. Another important factor is being innovative and being a problem solver. So if you notice this about yourself, that you are usually so lean toward identifying problems and suggesting solutions, and you are always trying to be creative in your daily life, not necessarily in the business context, but in your daily life. So that may be a huge indicator that you have the entrepreneurship skills. Another factor is the business acumen. Here we are talking about the very minimum basics that you can acquire in order to understand the business principle. You don't have to be an expert, because in business it's like a very flexible world, so you can't really have anything for sure, but being able to understand the principles is very, very important for you to consider to become an entrepreneur. Another factor is the leadership and teamwork. Okay, so as an engineer, maybe you are very used to work with your team, your small team members. So probably you don't have a problem in this. However, when you are becoming an entrepreneurial engineer, you're gonna find yourself working with other people, working with clients, talking with stockholders, talking with investors, talking with larger team from different departments. So having the teamwork skills, it's very, very important. Now, notice here that you don't really have to excel, but you need to have the ability to acquire the skills. And leadership, it's also very important. Here we talk about the leadership, leading other people, and also the self-leadership. Because self-leadership, it's about having a discipline, like show up for yourself, because this is your project. You are now an entrepreneur. So you need to have a self-leadership and then have the ability to lead other people, starting from your teamwork, very small members, and then scaling your business. So you're going to have to lead even more people. Another factor about being an entrepreneur is having the vision. Some people even define an entrepreneur as someone who has a long-term vision. And this is true. However, the entrepreneurship journey, it's a very, very long journey. So you need to make sure that you have a personal drive. You need to understand what is your why that's driving you, that motivate you to start being an entrepreneur. In order to go this long journey and finish it. Okay, so these are the key factors. There are other factors that you also need to consider, but if you are interested in taking this assessment, you can contact us at Jawsak and we can send it to you. Now, when you are doing an assessment, you are checking yourself before starting. However, there are other qualities that entrepreneurial engineers has along their journey, which mean after after they decided that they want to start their own project. The first quality is the integrity. Before being an entrepreneur, you are an engineer, and in engineering, we have this saying that safety comes first. This is because engineers usually have a high ethical standards, and the same go for entrepreneurs, because as an entrepreneur, you are developing products and solutions that the people gonna use. So you need to think about their safety. You need to be very honest in what you are presenting to these people. Collaboration. If someone want to say something? Okay. Collaboration is another quality. As I already mentioned, being an entrepreneurial engineer, you're gonna find yourself working with teams, okay? But you're gonna also need to collaborate and to partnership with other entities, companies, investors, authorities, customers. So being able to collaborate, it's definitely a quality that you need to acquire. The commitment to excellence, it's one of the qualities that will put you in a high performance and also assure you that you can always improve in yourself and improve in your solutions. And commitment to excellence, it's definitely a quality that you have with yourself. It's a virtue, it's a value in you as a person before becoming something that you implement in your project. Creativity. Here, entrepreneurs always come with a very creative ideas. Maybe not necessarily a creative product or a creative service, but within the project as a whole, you can find the different aspects when you can be very creative and when you can generate a very innovative solutions. So creativity is also a quality of entrepreneurial engineers. The last quality that we have here is the empathy. The empathy is the ability to understand and to put yourself in place of the customer or the end user, so you can understand what are the pain points for them, and based on that you can develop your products. Because at the end, yes, this is a business, you are trying to make it profitable for you, but you are also trying to solve a problem. So having an empathy, it's quite crucial for you to understand what the customers needs. Okay, here I have another question. So you can use the same Slido that we used before, or you can scan the code again, or you can go to slido.com and type the same code. So the question is, what are the attributes of an entrepreneurial engineering mindset? So when you are thinking about an entrepreneur developing a project that is related to engineering, what is the mindset that you think about that must have an entrepreneurial engineer? Okay, we're gonna give a few seconds for this question as well. Okay, I see the answers coming. Just share with us your thoughts. There isn't really a right and a wrong answer to this question. Just when you are thinking about entrepreneurial engineer or an entrepreneur in general, what are the attributes of a mindset? Okay, I can read here some answers. Applying engineering skills like problem solving. Okay. A good communicator, listening and being open to other views. Okay, challenge. Here we have an answer, which is a challenge. Okay, others are also typing. Let's give it a few seconds. I can see 2 people are typing. Okay, so the question is always open, so you can add answers if you want. All right, so let's talk about these mindsets. Again, I want you to understand that having a mindset, it's like the approach that you are using in order to solve something or to think about something or to approach something. So it's definitely something that you can reprogram. It's not like a standard thing that you cannot change. No, the mindset, it's definitely something that you can change. So you need to put this in mind. Now, an entrepreneurial engineer has different angle that he can or she can approach in order to tackle the problems that we are facing in the real life. The first one is definitely the technical expertise. Here we are talking about an engineer, so obviously that we are talking about technical skills. However, we are also like indicating that an entrepreneurial engineer is someone who develops solutions that are mainly engineered. However, an entrepreneur can create even like simpler solutions than that. However, having a technical expertise, it's what allow you to tackle anything or to think about the solution, having this mindset of solving this problem in a technical way. The second mindset is the business acumen. Okay, here you don't really have to master the business. It's something that you will have during like experiencing a lot of things. So with time, you're gonna gain experience and you will have this business mindset. However, at the beginning, you definitely need to make sure that your thinking is in the context of business. So when you are thinking about your solutions, your products, your project, you are putting it in the business context. Another mindset is the customer focus. You need to develop anything, like anything, any solution, any products, putting in mind the end user, because this is the real value for you. Wherever you are thinking about, you don't need to think about, is it gonna generate money or not? Is it very creative or not? You need to think about the end user. The end user is like your asset. Wherever you are developing your business, your experiences, everything that you are sharing, it's for the sake of the customers, the clients. So you need to focus on it and to make sure that you are really solving problems for them, not just developing a products in order to sell. No, but just think about the pain points that people are having on their daily lives, and based on that, you can develop your products. The strategic thinking. Okay, so being an entrepreneur, you're gonna find yourself having to make a lot of decisions, and you're gonna find yourself also managing a lot of resources. Usually they are very, very limited resources. So you need to have this mindset of strategic thinking. How you're gonna organize what you have, how you're gonna use the resources that you have, because you need to be very thoughtful about every single step you are taking, and every strategic step that you are taking, it should be a step in a long run. Another mindset is societal impact awareness. And here you can even go further and think about sustainable impact awareness, because sustainability has the three pillars. We have the environmental impact, we have the societal impact, and we have the economic impact. So as an entrepreneurial engineer, you are starting a business, so you need to make sure that this business has an economic value, is something that generates money in order to make sure that this business, it will keep running. But at the same time, you need to think also about what is the societal impact and the environmental impact of your project. The societal impact, usually we are talking about how your business gonna affect people, how this business gonna affect your social. So having this mindset will help you again to focus on the end user. So these are the mindsets that an entrepreneurial engineers must learn or must think about and learn during his or her entrepreneurship journey. Okay, now we can start with the toolkit. We can open the toolkit, and usually the toolkit, it means something that has like a set of tools, but in our context, I wanted to make sure that we talk about the skills and then the tools. All right, starting by the skills. Now, as an entrepreneurial engineer, there are a lot of skills that you can learn, but I limited these skills in here that you can see in the slide in the very basics and the most important skills that you need, especially at the beginning of your journey. Because don't forget, we are still at the level where we are answering, is entrepreneurship good for me or not? So most of you are still thinking about if they should or should not start their own project. So if you decided that, okay, I'm gonna give it a try, I'm gonna become an entrepreneur, these are the skills that you can start with. The first one is the ability to translate the technical to business. What that means? It's how to effectively communicate technical ideas in the business context. Because as an engineer, as someone who has a technical expertise, you are able to think in the technical context. However, now that you are trying to deliver your solutions to the markets, you need to think about it in another context. It's the business context. So having this ability to balance between the two, to talk in technical language and then to translate it to a business language, it's your first step. Other skills are the soft skills. Okay, I know this one, it seems very, very obvious, but for engineers, it's very easy to talk about it, but when it comes to practice, it's very hard. So the soft skills are very obvious, like talking about communication, talking about networking, talking about time management. All these stuff are very easy until you start actually doing them. So make sure to develop your soft skills. Try to identify what are the soft skills that you are lacking the most and try to start from there. Another skills are the lean startup and the MVP. And here, let me start with the MVP. For those who doesn't know what this stands for, it stands for minimum viable product. And it's like the product, or like we can say a prototype that you can present as the final product. It's not finished, but it's functional. So let's say you are developing, for example, a device, and this device, it's not finished. You can't start like selling it from tomorrow. However, you have this MVP that you can present for now to see that, to validate your idea, to present it to stakeholders like investors or other authorities. So the MVP, it's something that you need to learn how to create and how to develop. At the same time, you also need to know that in the business ecosystem, I can say that we generate a lot of MVPs, and we probably will never get to the point where we have a final product, because every time we develop a product, we put it in the market, we see how people interact with it, and we get a feedback from them. So that was a testing for us. And when we get this feedback, we can develop our product or our next version of the product based on the feedback we get to make sure that the performance is better. And this methodology of working is what we call the lean startup. So the lean startup is about being very flexible and being able to quickly do this cycle of developing an MVP, put it into the market, see how people interact with it, collect the feedback, and then use this feedback to develop the next MVP. And you can go through this cycle until you really have a high performance of your product. Another skill is the financial basics. And now I know the financial is something that scares most of the people, but the good news is that you don't really have to master all the financial or the accounting, the budgeting, all this stuff. Now you just need to know the basics. At the beginning, you're gonna find yourself doing everything. So you definitely need to understand how you plan for your budget, how you distribute it, how to track it, how to raise funds. However, with time, you can hire other people who are experts in finance, but still you need to have the ability to communicate with them when it comes to finance. So make sure to have the basics, because later you need to talk to, even if you hire other people, you need to talk to them and convey them what you need, and they also need to explain to you things. So you need some basics in order to make sure that the communication is effective and that you are understanding what they are talking about. Now, moving to the tools. Again, there are multiple tools and multiple skills that you can use, especially that when we are talking about entrepreneurial engineering, we are talking about multiple disciplines. So we have like many fields in engineering. There is definitely skills and tools related to one field that maybe you don't need them in another field. Let's say, for example, you are a mechanical engineer and you are developing I don't know, products, a device or something. Let's just call it a product. And for this product, you need to create a simulation. You need to create a prototype. So you definitely need also to have the skill to how to design this product, like using a CAD, for example, computer-aided design, being able to use software like SolidWorks or CATIA, etc. Okay, now for the tools. We have the project management software. So when you decided that, okay, now I am an entrepreneur and I have a project. So you need to start from the beginning. Even if your project is very simple at the beginning, you need to start working on it in a way that is scalable later, because your purpose from starting this business is to grow this business. So you definitely need to adapt to a system that you can scale later. And the project management software, there are multiple software that you can use. Some of them use the agile method, for example, Trello. Many of these tools are free and you can use easily, you can learn them. So I definitely recommend starting with a management tool that uses the Kanban method or the agile method, since we're already talking about the lean startup and like having a multiple MVPs. But you can use any tool that you know. There's also ClickUp, there is Atlassian, there is multiple tools that you can find and you can use for free, which is very important at the beginning. Other tools are the accounting software, and that can vary from a very simple tool like using Google Sheets or using Excel. So you can at the beginning just track your budget and what are your financial needs within a spreadsheet. But with time, you definitely need to use more sophisticated tools. However, it's very, very recommended that you start tracking your finance from the beginning. Like just use any tools, use even like paper and pen. It's very important to have this mindset of tracking and doing accounting from the beginning. Another tools are the social media management tools. And they are very, very powerful. Why? Because as an entrepreneurial engineer, the social media will allow you to have a free, powerful, real-time accessibility to the market. So you can, even before starting developing your product, you can be in touch with your customers or your possible customers, like the clients, and start collecting some feedback. And the feedback, it's very important in the business because at the end you are trying to sell these products for the people. So you need to see how people are interacting with your solutions. And the social media, it's very accessible to everyone. We all use social media for the personal purposes, but for the business, it's a bit different. And having a management tools, for example, like Buffer, like Hootsuite. Recently, I started using Metrocool. There are multiple tools that you can use, allow you to schedule the posts on social media, because one thing that you need to know later when you are scaling your business, you really will not have a time to do everything. And also in the beginning, you find yourself doing everything by yourself. So it's also important to have some handy tools that can at least remove some burden on you. So you can just have one session where you prepare all the social media and you can schedule it, and then this tool will make sure to post it during the week or during the month, like as you schedule it. Another tool is the email marketing platform. I know some people might think the email newsletters is totally an old thing. It's like not useful anymore, but actually no. Having an email list, it's very important to all businesses. So make sure from the beginning to have an email listing and to use the email marketing platform. A very popular solution or very popular tool is the champ milk, so it's very, very popular. You can use it. Now we have also the cloud storage solution. The cloud storage solution, for example, like Google Drive, like Dropbox, they are this platform that we use to upload different documents, different content, and we share it with anyone who can access it through the links. And these platforms are very important, especially for the remote working teams. So when you start becoming an entrepreneur, you're gonna find yourself in multiple places and not necessarily having like a physical office or like connecting or a meeting with your team members in person. So having a cloud storage will help you and help the entire team to have all the documents in one place, and you share everything that you are doing separately all together at the same time, so anyone can have access to it. Another tool is the website analytics tools. Now, it's very recommended that your business has a website, but it's also fine, especially at the beginning, if you don't have a website, you're just using different social media platforms. But it's very, very recommended to have a website. The website will help you to have an identity and will also help your business to be very reachable for the people. So people, when search for your business, they're gonna find your website and you're gonna find all the information about your business and also the social media platforms. So the analytics tools, all right, so the data, I don't know if you know it or not, but the data is definitely the gold for our age. Everybody is talking about the big data, everybody is talking about how powerful is using this data. I was talking about getting a feedback from the customers. So the same go with the data that you collect from your website or from the social media platforms as well. And just collecting this data is not enough. You need to use this data to analyze it in order to get insights, and then to put these insights into your business in order to improve your performance and develop your products to be better. So there are multiple analytics tools within, for the websites, you can use, for example, Google Analytics. You can attach it to your website and start using it. It's very, very powerful and it's very popular. For the social media platforms, we have different analytics tools in every single platform. For example, Facebook or Instagram or Meta, the Meta suite, they have their own analytics tools. LinkedIn also, TikTok, all the social media platforms have analytics tools, but you also can use the analytics that comes within the management tools. Like, for example, when I mentioned the metrical that I am using, I also can get analytics from there, and I can collect data and analyze it, and then extract insights from it, and then based on that, I can develop the marketing strategy, the customer service, the product itself. So it's very, very powerful. And the good news is that you can find a lot of tools for free, especially when you are starting your journey. You definitely don't have enough money to buy these tools. So you can find plenty that are free. Okay, after that, we have the communication tools. Now, the communication tools can include communicating with the team, the team members, or can also include communicating with other people or customers or other stakeholders, like the investors, like other companies, if you are also willing to partnership with other companies. So the communication tools can include Google Meet, Zoom, Microsoft Teams. There are plenty of communication tools, even Skype. Some people still using Skype. الله أكبر الحق. And you can easily use these tools. What I recommend here is that try to learn or try at least to have an experience in every single tool. So in the future, whenever someone is like suggesting one tool to use, you will be able to use it. For example, if you usually use just Google Meet, it's also recommended that you check Zoom, you check other communication tools. So whenever someone trying to, I don't know if you can hear Adan.
Yes, a little bit. A little bit, but sometimes not.
Okay, I would give it just a few seconds and then I will continue.
No problem.
Okay, so now I can continue. Okay, so this is about the communication tools. I was saying that it's very recommended that you try to at least to check all the tools available because you never know when someone will ask a different tool. And even if you are very used to one tool, it's also recommended that you use other tools because sometimes you are not really in the position to ask the other side to change the tool that they are using. Some companies, for example, they are using the Microsoft Teams and they cannot do meetings in Zoom or in Google Meet. So make sure to learn as much as possible tools that you can find. Okay, the graphic design software, I will definitely and like highly recommend Canva because you are not a graphic designer, you are an entrepreneurial engineer, and you definitely need some creatives to share on your social media to talk about your products. So the easy and the very good option that we have is Canva. There are other tools that you can also use, but I definitely recommend using Canva. It's very easy and it has the templates, so you can easily just pick one template and then put your logo in it, put your images in it, and then you can download it and share it. Okay, and other tools is the intellectual property management. Now, here let me ask the question, do you guys have an idea about the intellectual property? Let me know in the chat, because this is actually can be a very interesting topic to another workshop. It's like a long discussion. We cannot talk about it like just on the go. But I just want to know if you have an idea about the intellectual property. Have you ever heard about it? Use the chat box. Okay, let me see. Okay, Bushra is saying no, I have no idea. 。 What about the others? Masakib is saying no. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Okay, Amal, as you can see, this can be a very interesting topic to another workshop.
We'll be happy to have you again, of course.
Yeah, it's because it's very, very important. And at the same time, it's not something that we can easily explain it. Now, here, why did I mention it within the tools for entrepreneurial engineers? Because usually when we're talking about engineers, most of the time they are developing products, not solutions, or even like developing products that use for, products, not services. And even when we are talking about the products or services, they are usually something that include other products. So we are talking about the intellectual property because it's very, very, very important when it comes in developing any innovation or even an invention. Here I mentioned the intellectual property management. And what we mean by that, because as an entrepreneurial engineer, you're going to be developing a product. Not only that you will have your own intellectual property to the thing that you are developing, but you might also be using other people's intellectual property. So you need to be very careful about this. There are a lot of tools, but the easy way is to check within the database that is more related to your field, to see what are the things that you are including in your product, and they are protected by an intellectual property certificate, and to see how you can use them. At the same time, you see how you can protect what you are creating. Okay, so you need to be very careful about this. One thing that you also might find very useful is whenever you are developing something new, you need to check with the literature, to check the academic articles, because you're gonna find a lot of patents in there. So it will give you an idea about what you can use and what you cannot use. We're gonna keep the discussion for later to see if we can do another workshop about this topic. Other tools are the CRM system. CRM is the customer relationship management. It's how you're gonna be in contact, be in touch, answering the question of your customer, and how you're gonna manage the relationship between your company or your business and the customers. This can include a very simple tool like Facebook or Instagram, because a lot of people start with social media platforms, but with time you definitely need to use other sophisticated systems or software. It's also a source for you to make sure that you are doing a very good job to get the customer satisfaction, because it's very important for your business. At the same time, it's also a source for you to get a feedback from customers to see what are the things that you are not doing very well in your business and you can improve. For example, the delivery, like sending information, maybe your product is not quite clear for them, so they are asking for more information about it. So just consider CRM system. As I said, you can start with a very simple solution like the Facebook or Instagram pages. It also depends on the market that you are trying to target, because most of the time, what is the tool that is most used in a certain market? It's the tool that is going to be the easier for you to use. For example, if we are talking about the Algerian market, we have a lot of people are selling products on Instagram and Facebook. These are the very popular platforms. And whether you are developing a product to sell to, like developing products as a mass production, so it's a product that we use every day, or it's a product that targets a few customers, like a very big product, for example, I don't know, a device that we can use in hospitals. So maybe you don't really need to sell a huge number of this product. So it depends on your business and on the market that you are targeting. These two will help you to pick what CRM system you can use. Okay, at the end, I included the time management apps, and it's something more related to you as an entrepreneurial engineer or as an entrepreneur than be related to your business. Why? Because with time, you're gonna find that everything is collapsing. There's a lot of tasks to do, and you start to forget things, and you can't really manage everything, and like it's gonna be a mess. Trust me, it's gonna be a mess. So make sure to use the time management app, and it's also a good practice to start using them the time that your business is still small. This way will help you to have them as habits that you can keep doing even when you scale your business. Okay, I don't know if we have a time, but I would like to give you a very quick activity. It's just to make sure that this workshop is very interactive, because you know when we are doing an online workshop, we don't have enough interaction between us. I want to help you in developing your personal action plan. So I just want you to grab a paper and pen, or you can use your phone or whatever you have, and just write my business idea is whatever you are having, like an idea or something you want to consider in the future, or even if you don't have an idea, maybe something you I don't know, you saw in the news, or whatever idea you want to use just for the sake of practicing. And then write the action plan. Write step one. Step one is doing this. Step two is doing this. And this is just to have a draft after all the things that we have seen in this workshop. Maybe it helps you to gain some kind of structure of a plan that you can think about it if you are deciding to become an entrepreneur, if you already have an idea and you want to develop. And I will be glad if you can share this with us, whether using your mic or whether sharing it with us in the chat. And I can go through it to help you to see, I don't know, maybe I can give you some advice. So let me see the chat. Okay, I will go through all the chat, but just let's have maybe 4 minutes. I think 4 minutes is enough for you to do this exercise. And if you have any questions, I will be so happy to answer your questions. Okay. Okay, so Khadija is saying, I am currently looking for a startup idea for my final project. I am a molecular biology engineering in the final year of my study. Amazing. So I think, Khadija, you are considering doing the startup disease, I believe they call it. مذكرة تخرج شركة ناشئة. Is that what you mean?
Khadija has left. So
Oh, really? Okay.
yeah, she can answer.
Can you write us the names of the tools you mentioned? Yes, definitely. Yes, no.
If you want, Siham, you can do it like later after the event, and when we can forward your answer by email.
Yes, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you so much, guys, for staying till now. Thank you, Emma. Thank you, the ALWIS team, for having me. It was my pleasure. And I will leave here all my contacts so they can contact me if they have questions or if they need anything.
All right. Thank you so much, Siham, for this wonderful presentation. I honestly enjoy listening to you. You talk with so much passion, and you know, like you feel when someone wants to, how do you say, share their knowledge with how do you say, generously. So thank you so
Thank you
much.
so